Hey guys, what's going on? It's Giuseppe. Thank you for joining me here today. And what we are going to be getting into today specifically is about marketing emails and marketing email automations. If you're running a website of any size, you don't need to have a big, crazy email thing set up to win emails and start nurturing some of your clients. We're going to get into that. I'm going to show you some of the basics of how to think about this. And then in future videos, we'll talk about how to set it up, and I'll walk you through some of the stuff that I did to set mine up and for some of my clients. All right, now, Klaviyo is the one we're going to be talking about today. It's probably the easiest, or maybe the most important. If you're looking into this kind of stuff, okay, you're going to have to pick one eventually. Klaviyo is free up into, I think, 1,000 subscribers, which is a really good deal. Keeps things super simple. So that's what we're going to do. Okay. Now, when it comes to your website, your goal is pretty much always to collect emails. Now, as an aside, when people are evaluating businesses and they're trying to understand how valuable a business is, the one thing that will often do is they'll look at how many emails they have in their email list. Emails in an email list are kind of the social currency, or an easy way to evaluate the value of a business. Because if you're a business with, no emails collected, but you have a bunch of clients and stuff that you've worked with, that's cool, right? But if you are a business where you have like a $3,000 or $4,000 email list, or 3,000 or 4,000 person email list, you can now actually value your company not only on your revenue, but how many people you have on your email list. And I've seen this happen with different businesses. So it's something that I wanted to chat about. An interesting thing about these emails is that about 30% of your revenue can be coming through your email list. And that's really important. So let's talk about collecting emails. Okay. You have your website. Now there's three main ways. There's two and a half ways to collect emails. Okay. You got your purchaser signups. And so someone signs up or someone makes a purchase on your website, boom, you got their email, you're good to go. The other two ways is a pop-up, usually exit intent, or a subscription sign up. It could be something in a footer. It could be a part of each of your pages, what have you. Now, once those are set up, those would then lead those emails into a bit of a nurture flow. Now, I'm going to showcase one that I've been working on a little bit just to show you guys the difference now. Now, this down here, this is just a get in touch, right? An email comes up. It's whenever anybody clicks on this, whenever anyone visits your website, they have a chance to fill this out, okay? Now, I want to talk about the math behind this, but whenever someone comes to your website, they have a chance to fill this out, okay? Now, like what I said before, is you have about 30% of your revenue can come through your email list. And that's a super important number, okay? So 30%. Right now, chances are you're at 0%, which is fine. But if your email list is 30% of your revenue, that means you could probably grow your revenue right now by an additional 30%. The reason this is important is because right now, or at any point in time, you will have a lot of visitors on your website that do not buy. And then you'll also have visitors that do buy. So on your website, you're going to have two types of people. You're going to have visitors that do buy and visitors that do not buy, right? Now, of your visitors that do buy, okay, they are going to be, your conversion rate is anywhere from 3 to 5% of your users. These are your purchasers. These are people who sign up, right, for a lead or to chat with you or whatever. That leaves an additional 95 to 97% of users, okay? So with that 95 to 97% of users, you now have a chance to resell, or at least reach out to those people and make a deal with those people. If you're paying for traffic and you're paying $1 a click, this is where the math starts to get a little aggressive, but this is the value of getting an email service and subscription together. Now, if a visitor doesn't purchase, it doesn't mean that you lose that visitor for the life of your website. you can re-engage with those people and they agree to, continue their relationship with you, learn more about your product, learn more about your business, and then possibly come back later. Because it is quite often the case, especially with larger ticket items, that the sales life cycle is not just a one click and done sort of thing. If something is expensive, if something is over $100, often that sales process will involve 1 or 2 days or maybe a week of research and getting this stuff together. So let's say, for example, that everyone who doesn't buy ends up signing up for your email. All right. If you can engage with those people, you can get a conversion rate that exceeds an additional 15% for purchases, while 2.5 is considered normal. This is what we're talking about here. Campaigns in e-commerce, 15% for purchases and a 2.5 conversion rate. So now if even 2.5% of these people make a purchase at some time in the future, you've now doubled your income or your sales leads or whatever. Because at the end of the day, you're paying either directly or indirectly for these leads to come to your website. What the value is in nurturing these people, because not all of them are going to make that purchase decision right off the bat. Some of these you will have to nurture. Anyways, we're going to get into this. There's going to be more videos in the future, but what I wanted to talk about was just the overall idea of how this looks and creating your pool of signups, okay? Your customers and your soon-to-be customers, because anyone who signs up is agreeing to chat with you. They're agreeing to learn more. They're being amicable and they're just taking their time. It doesn't mean they should be ignored. It means that if you're not paying attention to them, someone else in your niche or someone else who signed up for it will be paying attention to them. Anyways, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. This is the first in a little series about email and strategizing with email. If this is something that's interested to you, let me know in the comments. Tell me if you've worked with email before, if you have a company that does great emails that I could sign up for and pick apart and do a little audit on. I think that'd be fun too. Stay to the end. You're an absolute legend. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Have fun out there. I'll see you later.